Well, to get involved in the offense tonight, catch a touchdown, I think 3 catches when it was all said and done. I mean, how did it feel to go out there and be productive and contribute there that way?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long and up and down season for me as a tight end, especially. It's my last year, and our offense hadn't been doing what we hoped it could do and knew that it could do. So, to be involved is awesome. It's a cool God moment for me because it's with the emotions. I lean on him a lot for that, and just something I pray is that I'm consistent in every day, every game, every practice, that I show up the same. And like today, you just see that kind of work paying off, and so it's all glory to God in that.
Really, you could kind of apply that to the whole team, couldn't you? I mean, the way you got to start 1-4, now you've won 3 in a row, and kind of an up and down season, right? I mean, just tell me a little bit about what the locker room's been like, and you guys staying together.
Yeah, I think the offense since fall camp, we know we have talent in our room. So I think it was just trusting the process, like Coach Chow was talking about, just trusting our coaches, trusting our game plan, and eventually we knew this thing was going to click. And tonight it clicked, and it was good to see a lot of us, just try and stay the course, and that's what we're preaching in the locker room, especially in the offense side, is just trust it, trust it, trust it. So finally you get to see that fruit of trusting it come into play, and 59 points is a good game, and everybody's excited and fired up about it.
Evan went over 200 yards rushing, the whole rushing attack, almost 300 yards. What do you think was working for you guys and for him specifically tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Evan's great. His vision's great, and he's patient, and when he hits a hole, he hits it going. And so I think it's a huge credit to the O-line and the tight ends that were in the game. I think, it's hard in the trenches, and they don't get a lot of love, especially these past games we've been playing. We have been more criticized than loved, and so I think that was just good for the O-line too, just as much as it was for Evan. And Evan's remarkable. He's a great running back. We're excited that we got him, and it's a big tip of the hat to the O-line and what they were able to do, especially with all the frustrating parts of the game so far this season for them. So it was good, and we love to see it.
We don't get to see this team on a daily basis, right? You guys had 17 days away from the bye week and all that kind of stuff. We talked to Coach and a couple players this week. They mentioned health was a big factor in getting the team better. But in the 17 days off, was there maybe a practice or a point in that time where you guys felt things were starting to click? Or was it kind of like, hey, we knew this was here all along, we just wanted to get it together in a game environment?
Yeah, I think it was good for the health and kind of the mental break and flush of it all. We had our weekends off, which was great, and it was a good time to rest the body and get your mind off the game, which is huge in college football and bye weeks. So I think that was a part of it, but I think we just, we attack. Offense, this is the best offense I've been around that sits there and attacks practice. No matter what you put in front of it, we attack it. And whether we're playing really good or playing really bad, we're always going to attack it, and we're always the same. We give the same effort. And I think that is what's paying off. And I think that consistent effort, not just when things are great, I'm giving effort, and when things are bad, I just shut it down. But that's not how this offense is. And I think that is what we finally saw tonight coming to life.
What's it going to take to continue this winning streak going into next week's game against, I think it's Mississippi State? Missouri State, that's right, my bad.
Yeah, flush it. Forget what happened tonight and go back to work. It's just, that's the name of the game is, it's a new game, new championship that we're playing for that week. So it's how can you learn from what we didn't do well tonight and apply it to the next game and keep going.
Just a little bit about Ethan Vasco. Have you seen a noticeable difference in him? It looked like he was, climbing the pocket pretty well tonight whenever he had some clean opportunities and stepping up and making throws. Have you seen a growth in him, in this eight games that you've kind of played with him so far?
Yeah, he's playing well. I think he's a lot more healthy than he was. That he was been battling with those injuries and stuff. And I think he's finally feeling back to himself to where he can trust staying in the pockets and taking hits if he needs to and delivering a ball. And I think it also back to the O-line. He had trust in the O-line tonight. He was able to sit there in the pocket and deliver a ball to Dante and whoever else was down the field. So I think that was it was good to see, and he's hitting the groove, and I'm ready to see how this keeps going.
Did it help too to get a run game going established early, and then did that just kind of open some things up?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you're running the ball, you're able to set up a ton of different things, and that's what we did tonight. If you go back and watch, we're hitting the same formation and same motion that we did that hit Evan for a 75-yard touchdown, and now we're throwing a play action deep ball on it. So stuff like that, and giving the same looks when you're running the ball well, they got to respect it, and they had to respect Evan tonight. And so now we're able to open up the playbook some and get the ball in playmakers' hands downfield. So.
To get a win like that tonight, to do it on homecoming, what's the feeling, what's the vibe in the locker room right now?
Man, it's amazing. I know y'all can probably hear the music going on right now, but they're in there, they're having fun, dancing around. It's just good to get a win in front of this home crowd, and it's good to get be in a win streak actually, and we just got to keep it going, stay focused.
It looked to me like you guys were a team that had kind of sat around for 18. Not sat around, but got fresh, looked like you guys were kind of stewing on some things. Maybe it just came out here and played your best ball. Was there something to those couple weeks to just not playing, almost like a mini camp situation?
Oh, most definitely. Those couple weeks did a lot for our team. Brylan was able to come back and play a couple snaps for us. We got some players that were able to come back with injuries, and even players that were playing with injuries, they were able to get healthy, and now they're playing. They can play to the best of their ability. So the 2 weeks definitely did a lot for our team, and I think we showcased it tonight.
The interception, take me back to that play. What you saw, what happened?
First, I want to give all glory to God and my D-line and the blitz had got there, which forced the quarterback to try to hurry up and throw the ball, and he threw it out to my side, and I think it got tipped. I'm not sure, but once I looked up, and the receiver that I was guarding, he slipped out of his break too. So once I looked up and I seen the ball coming, I just went and picked it, man. I'm still mad. I wish I could have took it to the house, but hey, it is what it is.
There's been times this season that the offense has struggled to score 20 points, but tonight, they scored 59, I think it was. How much energy and juice does that kind of give the defense when the offense is continuing to put up points on the scoreboard?
It does a lot for the defense when the offense is scoring. We tell the offense a lot, like when y'all guys are scoring, it gives us momentum. When we have momentum to go out there and get more 3-and-outs for y'all, and y'all out there just scoring, it's going to be a overall great game. So with the offense just doing what they did tonight, keep the ball moving, kept us on the sideline, actually, getting rest and not just going back out there a lot, and that played a major part.
Well, you played a lot of games here, and a lot of those have come with Joseph Carter playing on the same field with you. This is your first opportunity to take the field without him. I know he's been hurt out for the rest of the year. Did you notice anything different without him being out there? How did you guys adjust to that? And then what do you think of the defensive overall performance without a captain like that being out there on the field?
Yeah, Joe Carter, man. Joe Carter was the big role in this defense. And I feel like Joe Carter was so good, like teaching the ones around him that it wasn't a big drop-off when the ones that was behind him and learning from Joe Carter. And so once they got a chance to get in there, it wasn't a huge drop-off because Joe Carter taught them everything that they need to know so well. But it most definitely felt different out there knowing that my brother wasn't out there beside me. But, that it also gives you an edge to play your best because you're playing for them. We also had Trey Lawn and DJ Jackson go out for the rest of the year, so it just gives you an edge to play your hardest.
There was one knock on the team tonight, probably just some of those explosive plays you guys gave up in the pass game in the third quarter. What can you guys do going forward? I mean, some of that you probably tip your cap to him. He's a great quarterback too, but what can you guys do? What do you think the film session will be like going forward for that?
Most definitely, man. I can tip my cap to him. That was pretty good quarterback. But most of those explosives, man, those are our technique problems. Just eyes in the wrong place, and at DB, you can't. The room for error is short. The margin for error is very little. So as soon as you look somewhere that you're not supposed to be looking, or as soon as you take the step that you're not supposed to be looking, you can be beat. So and good receivers like them, good quarterbacks like them, they capitalize on stuff like that. So I think that's what kind of bit us in the foot a little bit tonight. But I try to tell my guys that bend but don't break. So we might give up this and that, but we still have to have the mindset that okay, we shutting down. We can't let these guys just come out here and do whatever.
When you got a guy like Damon down there, it matters to that guy. I watch him down there. It matters to him. When you got an emotional guy like that down there in your room, what does that do for you?
It does a lot because the emotion that Damon brings to the game, it wakes everyone else up. You know, everyone when they wake up in the morning, everyone's not ready to play. You know, go out there and play a physical game of football. But Damon, he's always ready. You know, mentally, physically. So when they see that, you know, first drive or something, and they see Damon come down and make a tackle in the flat, and he's all yelling and celebrating and stuff. Now that wakes up the D line. Now the D line is ready to go and do the same thing Damon just did. So it brings a lot to the table.
Well, 4 touchdowns tonight. I'm going to start with, you could have probably had a 5th. They pull you, put Von Blue in. He gets into the end zone then. Were you encouraging them to make that switch there to get him in on the action, or were you just coming out because you had taken some hits on that drive, or just take me through that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was just because I took some hits, I guess. I really don't know. You know, I really don't know what's going on in the headset of the coaches. But, you know, I'm really glad that Vaughn got in there and was able to get in the end zone. You know, he's been working hard all off season and in practice as well. So I'm glad he got his opportunity and he executed.
Yeah, I saw you guys celebrate with each other. You guys always celebrate, pick each other up down there. I mean, how much of a factor is that, you know, just to be able to come out there and put up a game like you did tonight?
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, I got to give credit to the O-line. You know, they blocked their tails off all game. You know, I also give credit to the coaching staff. They took care of a really good game plan, really good run game plan. And, you know, at the end of the day, went out there and executed, you know, and I was really glad that we were able to put down tape that, you know, we can be a very, 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 you know, damaging offense.
Coach Chadwell said you looked fast tonight. Did you feel fast? Did you feel fresh after, you know, that long layoff?
Yeah, after that long layoff, I felt really good. You know, the body felt good, legs felt good. You know, after that long run, though, I was a little gassed, but, you know, it was okay. But, no, I felt amazing. The whole game felt amazing.
Somebody who's never scored 4 touchdowns. Take us through the feeling. You get that long 72-yard run. Is it kind of cathartic getting into the end zone? I know you guys have had some tough weeks offensively. So, like, what is that emotion like whenever you cross that finish line? It obviously put you guys up by, I think, 26 at that time. So, what were you thinking in that moment? You get in the end zone for the 4th time.
Oh, there's a lot of emotions going through my head. You know, first game scoring multiple touchdowns in college. You know, especially the performance I had this game. You know, I was just super happy. I was super happy not only for, you know, myself, but for everybody around me. You know, everybody doing their job. You know, everybody executing at a very high level. I was just so excited for everybody. You know, everybody doing their 111th, and, you know, that's what happens.
Is it any more special that you guys performed the way you guys did, like before the homecoming crowd, or is it the same feeling as if it was a regular game?
I think it's a little special because it's homecoming. Definitely, you know, get all the alumni back. You know, they see what, you know, we've been working hard at for so long. So definitely a little bit more special now.
You mentioned the offensive line. You gave them a little bit of credit. Coach Chadwell was in here and said he thinks that they're starting to, you know, work on some things that they weren't maybe doing as well early in the season. They're doing them better now. From the running back perspective, are you seeing a lot of that too? What are the areas specifically that you think the offensive line is just doing a lot better now than they were maybe earlier in the season when some injuries were piled up at that spot? Yeah,
100%. You know, I think from the start of the season to now, they're doing tremendously better. I think, you know, everybody's just doing their assignment at a really high level, a really high caliber. And, you know, we're just going out there and executing. And when you can do that and just simply do your job, you know, a lot can happen. We showed that tonight.
Evan, what do you think has been key to this team so far this season? Obviously, you guys were 1-4 a few weeks ago, but to stick together and to not, you know, kind of divide, but to stay together, and now you guys have won 3 straight. What do you think has been key to that?
I think it's just been our toughness. You know, we've obviously had that tough beginning of the season, you know, losing the 4 straight, but we've been able to just stick together, you know, and stay through, you know, ride the wave a little bit. And then right now we're on a little bit of a high right now. So I think it's just been really our toughness to just get through all those, you know, trials and tribulations and, you know, see a light on the other end of the side. And now we just got to keep that momentum going into next week and the week after that and the week after that.
Kind of defense they run, that odd front. Coach said it felt like you guys could run the ball a little bit tonight. How important was that to establish that early and just open up everything else?
Yeah, that was the whole game plan going in. You know, with the defense they were running, they were going to have to pound the rock a lot. And like I said, at the end of the day, you know, when we execute and everybody's doing their 111th, you know, that's what happens. You know, we take advantage of defenses like that. So I'm just super proud of the O-line. Again, super proud of the coaching staff for putting together such a great plan. And, you know, I'm happy we got the win.